Oh, this fucking goes. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's official coverage of Supercars NZ's Spring Series, the Division 2 part of the Spring Series for Supercars NZ. It is round 4. We are at Algarve. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Obviously, series proudly sponsored by Allports Devils Cut BBQ, actually, for this round sponsorship tonight, and Gamma Flare on board with these guys as well. Always, for this spring series, broadcast to you live by MatchFit Entertainment. I'm Davo, right by my side, J-Man. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, Davo. Evening, viewers. Welcome back to another episode with MatchFit Entertainment at the helm, as you mentioned. SCNZ Allports V8s Spring Series Division 2 at Algarve.
Yes.
Looking forward to this one. We had a week off, Enduro round the other week, so this is round 3, I believe. So Algarve looking like a very technical track and a little bit of precipitation around as well. So official practice, saw it proper wet.
It has been proper wet.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll just have a look at this qualifying as we do see them coming out and getting ready to start banking some laps. It does look like there's still a little bit of moisture around. Just looking at the spray off the back of these cars through some of the higher speeds of the track, it's definitely a little bit of water still hanging around there. No rain to be said falling from the sky, so hopefully track conditions do get better as these guys wear a groove line in this track, get these things up to temperature. So obviously, we only just covered off the one round so far, Phillip Island, and
it was a hoot, J-Man. First official iRacing, pretty much first official iRacing event for us with Supercars NZ, obviously. But just in general, I mean, damn, we've had a little bit of fun with it up until then, but yeah, first official stuff for us, and so again, we will please ask for your patience as we sort of fumble our way through all of this new stuff, this iRacing stuff. I know that line's only going to last another week or so. We should be up to speed by then, but here we are. It is round 4. We're at Algarve in Division 2 of the Spring Series for Supercars NZ in 2025. J-Man, and we actually have qualifying. Now, I don't think these boys often see their qualifying, so I'm led to believe.
We're about it. It's a pretty important part of the night, and I'll tell you what, my data's lighting up. I was just, as you were doing the intro there, I saw Jonathan Turner's sectors all lighting up magenta, so he goes in there in a 151.5 at the moment. Josh Thompson, just about a half a second, very, very close gap between Josh Thompson and Rob Carwood at the moment, so those guys separated by a very small margin, and still plenty of time to run as well, so plenty left in the session. It's a 15-minute session. We're only 5.5 odd minutes through, so like I said, conditions out there a little bit tricky, so expect the laps, as long as no more rain falls, just to get a little bit quicker as we go through. So 151.5 is the benchmark at the moment from Jonathan Turner. Good field out there tonight. What do we got? Cars registered on the grid tonight, Davo?
Have you got a number? I think we had about 17.
Yeah, good stuff. That's what we like to hear.
17, yes. So, 17 cars officially on track tonight.
So we'll just have a look, just seeing, I just saw a little bit of movement. I think that was Chris Zaluski just coming through, moved up the grid a little bit, up to P8 now. So he's starting to get the Mustang fired up, ready for another run. Tips it into turn 1, turn 2. Beautiful piece of racetrack to start. Opening sector here, they fly down into turn 1. And then you've got to scrub off some speed before they effectively get to turn 3. It's kind of a double apex, and they climb the hill back up out of there. Lots of elevation at this racetrack, and couple of corners in the back sector really lend themselves to a fair bit of commitment because they are blind. But as we look at just watching Zaluski come down to the hairpin down here, hard braking zone, got to get the car tipped in, trying to wrestle all that 650 horsepower out the other side and get the car to flow up over the hill and just place the car correctly. This is one of the scenarios I was talking about now as we see him come around through the sector. Very, very hard to judge. As you come in here and the car's unloaded, he's going to go over the rise, drop over the crest now. I'm not sure he's... Oh, no, I was going to say he looked a little bit offline, wondered whether he was cycling that thing up, but he is still very much into it. What has he got? Okay, so his personal best sector 1. I'll try and get a read on his sector 2 time.
And just remembering, J-Man, the track looks damp. There is water. We can still see a little bit of spray off the back of these cars.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get some weather here at the moment. So yeah, these guys, although a little bit quicker than they were in qualifying, we were watching the before we went live, the pre-race practice, and it was a lot wetter, wasn't it, J-Man? The times were down somewhat from even what we're seeing now there, but yeah, still a little bit of moisture on that track there, affecting those times.
Yeah, now Bristow just improved on his lap time. He's currently sitting P10 at the moment. I think that was, who was that? Just came through. I think that could have been Zaluski there. Might have just come through and slightly improved. No, he has just been pipped by Thomas McCall. A little bit of movement up the top. Shane White now goes to P2. So he's up there separating Turner and Thompson. Now he just banked a 151.6 versus a 151.53. So that has changed. Now there, Jonathan Turner, a 150.818. Rob Kaywood.
And Kaywood going up to as well.
So get a little bit of traction out there now, Davo. The temperatures slightly improving, and it certainly looks like there's a little bit more sunlight on the track now. So,
oh, definitely. And so those grip levels would no doubt be coming up. Hence the times dropping.
Yeah, absolutely. So McCall now, fresh set of tyres. He's on an outlap. So is Thompson as well. So the two early quick runners in those tricky conditions have got off those tyres. Maybe that was the phase of the race. That was the threshold to jump over potentially onto a set of slicks. Maybe they went out initially on a wet tyre. Now they've gone, grabbed a slick and gone back out there. We've seen the times dropping again. Oscar Smith now to the top on a 50.7. So just under a tenth of a second separates the top two on the front row at the moment, and then another half a second back to Rob Carwood. So...
Oh, we just see Thompson in the background there, coming onto the straight, holding down provisional fifth at the moment, but massive drift into the final corner there. You can't tell me he's not committed.
Oh,
nice
very
work.
committed, I'm sure. Okay, so just looking at that.
Zalowski up a couple of positions, sneaking it into the top 10. Looks like he's going to pull that car back in the garage. Still, what have we got? 15 minutes, just under 5 minutes, should I say, left in qualifying here. J-Man, who's your eyes on there?
Well, it was on Rob Carwood because he actually went magenta in Sector 1, which has now been stolen by... I know it is. Rob still got that, I believe. Yeah, he still has that. Sector 1's got the fastest Sector 1. However, it wasn't his personal best through Sector 2, so a little mistake there.
Yep.
He did enough to go top spot.
He did.
150.6.
Cameron just sneaking in front of Smith there in the back. Oh, commitment. J-Man.
Lots of rubber being used too, Davo, and the viewers, because I can see at least 5 cars at the moment on an outlap, and Ian Parker as well, looking like he is exiting pit lane also. So lots of pit movement. We see that car there, Castro car, and then also I think we do have...
There's a time for a couple of laps. Well. Yep.
So lots of movement in the pit lane. So what have we got? Around 3.5 minutes odd to run. Tony Nicholas gone for a pit lane as well. Now Josh Thompson goes to the top again with a 150.0.
Yeah, and so that's Smith actually down into third there with Rob holding on to that second spot there provisionally. It's getting down to the nuts and bolts now here before we go live on round 4 here at Algarve.
Yeah, so lots of green sectors. Grant Bristow just lit up the page there, and he went up to P7 with a 152.3, so he got that all right personally for that one. Lots of movement there, lots of cars on outlap, so there's still enough time at, like I said, or maybe there's about 3.5 minutes to go now. I probably called that a little bit early, but Josh Thompson over Rob Carwood, over Oscar Smith is the top 3, and then we've got Turner, White, Parker, Bristow, Rankin, Hartnell, and Steve Darren to round out the 10, but plenty of guys knocking on the door. Zalewski, what can he do? He is down in P12 at the moment. Tim Volk with the best middle sector now out of P11.
And coming onto the start finish straight here to run across the line, Volk.
And he goes P2, was a 50.3.
Wow.
So, track looks really good now. So the guys out there on the right tire at the right time are going to make bank here.
Yeah, and it is. It's just that we are within 2 minutes now.
Heath Mayon as well. What did he just deliver? Okay, so he's up there in P6 as well. 1.2 seconds back from that top spot at 150.08. Very good lap. Now, Oscar Smith goes magenta in Sector 1 in the 14 car. So he is running out of P4. You mentioned that. He got knocked back to P3. He was back to P4 now. So looking to make bank at the back end of the lap is Oscar Smith. A few guys retired to the pits. Josh Thompson, I believe, is all but giving this one away at a 50.0. He's going to call it. It's got 3.5 tenths over on Tim Volk.
Smith to the top. Whoa. Damon. Didn't see that one coming. He'll be happy with that.
And not enough time for Josh Thompson sitting in pit lane to come out and have anything to say about that. And just having a look.
Who's out?
Edward Mino's personal best. Zalewski's got a couple of personal best sectors, so there's more to come.
Carwood on track. Turner on track as well. J-Man getting towards the end of the lap. Parker, like you mentioned. So, sorry, I'm going to struggle with that name. I'm grinning from ear to ear. But Chris, they're up into 7th position. Oh, look, it's on the line now.
It is on the line. So who's that on an outlet? Grant Bristow, that's optimistic at this point. Maybe just a little bit of a siding lap for maybe a little bit of a change or a tyre pressure adjustment or something. Maybe get himself prepared for what will be the race. So looking at that, just looking at some deltas. So Jonathan Turner, he did go magenta. He did go P3. So that knocks Volk back to 4th, and Rob Carwood, and everybody behind him just drops a spot there. So good job. And only just under a 10th and a half.
Parker might have snuck a position there too in the background. They are well wound down on this session here.
And I think that'll be it. I think that is called. So Oscar Smith does the job with a 49.95 over Josh Thompson, who was half a tenth off, and only just under half a tenth and a half was Jonathan Turner. So Thompson and Turner, they started out hot at the start of that session on a damp track, and they made good at the back end. But Oscar Smith takes the honours for the start of this one, and then Tim Volk, Rob Carwood, Ian Parker, Heath Mahan, Thomas McCall, Chris Zalewski, and Shane White make the 10, followed up by Bristow, Cimino, Rankin, Hartnell, Darren, and Nicholas to make up what is, by my calculations, a 16-car grid in Division 2 here at Supercars NZ Allports V8 Spring Series. Well done, guys.
Absolutely, J-Man. As we have just this quick little break here in between qualifying and race. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, I just caught myself out there a little bit. But Davo here, J-Man right by my side. We are welcoming you back after qualifying here in the Division 2 Supercars NZ Spring Series. It's round 4. We're at Algarve. The boys have just had a fucking awesome qualifying for the last 15 minutes. Quick break, and we are about to go racing. J-Man. Oh, sorry, quickly. Allports. Devils Cut BBQ for this week's sponsor, and Gamma Flare on board. We are match fit. J-Man, who's your money on?
Well, look, I think it's going to be a particularly good battle. I'm going to, go as far as saying, I wouldn't say I wasn't a betting man after my exploits on Sunday with Bathurst calling a race winner.
Hey, I'm dirty on that.
But hey, look,
Here we
go. The top 5 look good.
Awesome stuff.
Are up, lights are on. Ready for lights out. Green flags are out. Here we go. So I'm going to say anyone in the top 5. Rob Carwood looks good. However, Josh Thompson, Oscar Smith. Turner grabs a quick position as well down to turn 1. Goes to the inside. Can he pull that one off? No, he's on there, stuck on the outside, so that's Oscar Smith. Now gets up in there.
Bunches again. J-Man into the tight right-hander there.
Bristow past Semino. Hartnell past Semino as well, so...
Good, clean start. Some good position changes there, J-Man, but tidy start from the whole field.
Yeah, very clean start, and the track conditions favourable at the moment. They do look good. I don't think we've got any rain forecast for this one. So 26 laps ahead of these guys out there. So tyre and fuel management will be at the forefront of mind going out there, just getting these tyres up and settling in. We've got a battle there now. Who was that? That looked very much like Thomas McCall, and Shane White was in there as well. Ian Parker also. Just trying to, that mid-pack always steps up to the plate when it comes to racing. And this one is no different. They are nose to tail. It's an absolute train through the middle there. Looking at the gap already at the top, half a second. Thompson's got over Smith now, and about 1.5 seconds back to Jonathan Turner. So just a little bit of air gap from second to third. And then it just tightens up from there. We can see, who did I see there? What did I see there?
So, yeah, a few position changes there, J-Man.
Yeah,
Steve Darwin past Wayne. Oh, who's that going into the pits there? Sorry.
Luke Rankin. Luke Rankin in the pit lane. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's Jordan, actually. Jordan.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Jordan Pilato going into the pit lane. I'm not sure.
What happened there?
I did see a little bit of chat maybe from last week, serving a drive-through for maybe an infringement a week before possible.
Okay. That might explain.
Gap at the front now. A lot of pressure now. Oscar Smith on Josh Thompson. So battle for the lead is heating up. The Misfits car is certainly right on the back of the Mustang now, so classic Ford versus Chev battle going on the top end of town, and they've broken away a little bit now from Jonathan Turner, and we can see that Tim Volk putting a lot of pressure on Rob Carwood as well. Good little battle going down there, and then Ian Parker has done a good job as well at the start of this race. He's right in the hunt there. Board with Oscar Smith there, chasing down the hill. Good shots.
Turner and Carwood there. This trio here, Tim Volk in amongst that as well. J-Man. Yeah. Plenty of action going on there. As well as a little bit further back on the pack here. How many of these paint and panel cars are there? There's a few of them in there. There's a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Couple or three. But this one here with the lunar plate on it. we get out.
Hard cut round the turn one was Heath Mahan and Ian Parker. Were all out of breath, heading down into the brake zone.
Yeah, and we are in car with Thomas McCall, who was right behind those two.
Yeah.
I suspect him on the hard cut as well, J-Man, as they run down into one there. Very close. Look at it at the toe. Well, is it starting to ramp up? It is continuing to stay hot at the top.
Yeah, well, look, the lap times are good because Josh Thompson, best lap of the race so far, and you'd expect as these things start to come up to temperature. He's got a lot of pressure now from Oscar Smith, and both on 51.1s last lap around. So the front two going at it, and I can imagine that Jonathan Turner is just hoping that those guys get into a little bit of side-by-side action just to help him close that gap down. However, the pace of Turner, he was just into the 52.0s last lap around, so he just needs to pick up a little bit there, and he's come under threat now from Rob Carwood, who we saw at Phillip Island the last time we got to witness these guys. He had a very, very strong night on the island, so he's putting a lot of pressure now on one of the famous panel and paint cars you just mentioned.
Yeah,
so,
well, yeah, absolutely, and obviously
they
still
get their money's worth.
They're definitely getting their advertising money's worth, but thank God to marketing. This trainer car is still very early in the race, J-Man, but sticking together here. Nice, good flowy track here.
Further back.
Oh, he's on.
Further back.
Has he got it?
Was that Jonathan Turner, is it? Had a big look down into one. He did on Kaywood. Had a big look, nothing there.
So Kaywood passed on Turner.
I did get past him.
Yep.
Yeah, he did, sorry. Yep.
We'll just go back. What do we got here on the replay list here? Is this, it might be Rankin having a little sneaky off. Maybe not. Here we go. Just a bit of a slip and a slide, more than anything. As we get back to the action, up the pointy end of the field, Rob Kaywood just sneaking past. Jonathan Turner, a couple of corners back. The battle ensues behind though, J-Man. Look at that.
Oh, it does. And Shamino and Nicholas are trading spots. I've seen them swap spots a couple of times in the recent past, so they're just trying to sort out that 13th spot at the moment, 13th and 14th. However, I think it's going to go well the way of Shamino at the moment. It's
all happening in the mid-pack here. Like, literally, from Parker down, Volk, Mahone, we're going to get that one right. McCoy, Ski, mate, it is on. I think even Bristow's tacked on the back of that. No, he's not. Oh, well, catch up.
Yeah, it's still going on at the front for the leader this one as well. We do have Oscar Smith just shadowing at the moment. Very good in the end of the second sector to the back sector is Oscar Smith. He really closed that margin down, but the run that Josh Thompson gets out of the final turn just gives him a little bit of breather as they break down into turn one, and he just pulls enough car lengths to
just
leave
enough
himself a little safe as he dropped out and just tries to break the toe there. You can see in the back shot the melee of cars, Carwood, Turner, Parker, Volt, man, McCall, you've called it, and
yeah, I looked at that mid-pack
fully rev limited at the end of the straight.
Oh, every single one of them. Yep. And look, even with the little bit of distance, and we've called a couple of races actually over the last week or so, J-Man, haven't we? And where the cars, they've just got this distance. It's not like bumper-to-bumper stuff, but given the nature of the track, this is close stuff. The slightest mistake, bam, you've lost 2 positions, and it's catch-up mode.
Yeah, Steve Darren just got Grant Bristow for P10 as well, so it was a nice little move to pop himself inside
Very
the
nice,
10.
very nice.
Good move there. But once again, we head further back up and we look at this battle pack here. Oscar Smith and Josh Thompson going in it. And like you mentioned, this battle here with Volk, Parker and Mahan, McCall, that is a good battle going on. A little bit of air gap there for McCall, but look, he can close it down under brakes, just release that brake pedal a little bit of cadence braking just to catch the pack if you've got the opportunity. But these guys are all pushing really, really hard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no worries, Daniel, sorry. You're welcome. Enjoy the stream. There's some great action going on there at the moment, and it starts with the top two. And you don't have to look far back down the pack to see how good the battle is, especially with this typical mid-pack battle. So,
yeah, and these guys try hard. Like that mid-pack, as the top 2 or 3 at least usually sort of head off into another postcode. And that's pretty much what's going on here. Thompson and Smith in close quarters and have been pretty much since the green flag dropped. Carwood just in the back of camera shot there. You can see the Chevy lurking. But from that onwards, get a load of this. Turner, Parker, Volk,
big look down the inside at the hairpin. We've got a move coming on for Oscar Smith on Thompson. Puts it up the inside. It's going to leave him on the outside here for the next right-hander. Oh.
Quick replay on that. We won't hang on that too long. Oh.
He gets him for P1. Backed himself through that phase of corners. And I tell you what, would have been just hanging on the outside there.
Yeah, nice work for Smith. In the misfits. Number 14, Chevy Camaro. Camaro V Ford. Josh Thompson.
Carwood with the fastest, I think, lap of the race.
Yeah, Carwood's got the fastest, hasn't he?
150.7.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's got the pace and he's coming at the front too. So Oscar Smith looking to run now that he's made that pass. Luke Rankin past Tony Nicholas there for P14, so still movement down the pack.
Yeah, so it's Rob that's chasing these two up the front here. So no surprise to see him with the quickest. Was he the quickest lap? He is the quickest lap. Yeah, and he was actually the quickest on last lap as well. So
yeah, he was. Yep.
So definitely kicking goals, and I think making some gains on these two here and there. It is toing and froing a little bit around the circuit here.
Yeah, so
Turner, look at Turner has made a bit of a break actually on that little group as well. So he's coming with, sees Kaywood making gains. He's dropped Parker and he's on it. Parker's still got Volk to deal with, so...
Yeah, those guys have been inseparable since the flag dropped, haven't they? Just stuck in there. Got good race pace as well. Last lap round, a 51.5 for Ian Parker. Best lap of a 51.0.
Parker,
there's the move up the inside.
And it's on!
It's not done yet.
It's not done yet.
Sweeps across the nose to hold that one very, very close on the brakes. Does a good job just to not touch him through that phase of the corner. Very close in the background, you can see the Falcon liveried car of Heath Mann
and McCall. Yes.
And another big look there from
Volk.
Volk's
having a red hot crack. Actually, probably propped himself a little bit in that last braking area there, J-Man. Lost a car length or 3 or 4 or 5 maybe. But I think we will see him quickly gather that back up and be right up under the wing of Parker.
Yeah.
Very shortly. Here we go. Down the start finish straight here. Let's get out of Volk's car. Which camera is that? Off the hard cut there.
Parker got a lot of curb there.
Didn't he? What?
Bottom of the hill. Re-incentivise Tim Volk to have another crack this lap around. But he has got the company of Heath now and Thomas. Right, we'll just check the air gap up the front. See what we're dealing with. Okay, so we have got 1.7 seconds now. Oscar Smith over Josh Thompson, but Hayward on the other hand, he is making big ground on Josh Thompson now.
Oh, Volk, the meat in the sandwich at the moment here, J-Man. If he doesn't stay on the back of Parker, he falls back into the clutches. It's Heath and Thomas there. They're just like a pack of dogs behind him, snapping at his heels. So definitely can't relax there. The Send It Mustang. See the rear entry on that thing as he went into the left-hander there, J-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely living up to the name. But look, it's just allowing Carwood to come closer to him, isn't it? And Smith starting to run away a bit now as they roll down and across the start-finish line again here for the end of... Oh, well on the hard cut. Listen to that. Oh, no! Can he stop it?
Oh, mate. And he just tickled him up. That was
unfortunate. No. Let's get a replay on this. Oh, no, no, no. No contact here. No contact. These guys so close. Wow. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, bam. And we are back to the action. Oscar Smith
So
rolling away.
Lose? Okay, so he's lost a couple, is it?
Yeah, Carwood.
Carwood and Turner. Oh, hang on.
Oh, no. So, yeah, back to...
Turner. Yep.
So, Carwood and Turner.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Thompson down 2
Oof.
now, back to 4th.
So Turner's, pardon the pun, has literally just turned up there. He's just been chasing and like just arrived on the scene and just come, well, I just got here, but I'll take the position anyway. And snuck on past. Nice work from Turner. You got to be there, don't you? And have the car pointed in the right direction. Look back here, though. This has still not gone away, J-Man. The
Parker.
Parker, Volk, and Marn there now. Really close. It's actually Marn and McCoyle. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, Thomas McCall has just been working his way up to those guys as well. But I just looked at the air gap between Ian Parker and Josh Thompson, and it's not that far. So there's still plenty of racing left in this. We are only on lap 10 of 26, so not even at a halfway point yet.
Oh, far from it. As we get out of Marn's car, here down into 1, snapping, smashing off the hard cut down the hill.
Moment for
mate, we are looking out the windscreen of Marn there now, J-Man, and he is getting an eyeful of that. Smell the blood. Come on. It's on.
Yeah, so Heathman now really got their eyes on, having a big look down at the hairpin on Volk. So Volk, maybe with a little bit, the rear's a little bit overheated at the moment. We saw him with that big sideways moment.
Oh, plenty of action, Jamie. What? Oh, who's that in the background? Off and on track there. That was Barn, yes, in the Falcon car. Wow. These guys are working. So, a little bit of a spread in the field now after a bit of an exchange between Smith and Thompson there. Now, Oscar with a good, healthy lead in leading the pack. Carwood running second, Turner third. There's the podium as we stand, but we know there's a hell of a lot of racing yet to go, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Thompson in front, Ian Parker, Tim Volk. Look at these guys as I flick back through them all in close succession. Volk, Barn, McCoyle, Zalowski, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Please correct me, anyone.
Who are you looking for? Chris Zaluski, is it?
Zaluski. Thank you
Yeah,
very
mate,
much.
and he's ranging up as well. He's got
Okay.
eyes on Thomas McCoy, and he's making good inroads. I flicked back on him earlier on, and there was quite a big air gap, but now he is certainly starting to make some good inroads. You can see the pack. He's working back towards it.
And look, there's nothing better than a pack of cars like that where you can actually see the not only next position, but maybe 3 or 4 right in front of him. And so it's even more incentive, isn't it, J-Man, to get up there. These guys can start battling amongst each other and bam, you're in there. You're in amongst it. And that's where you need to be. Zalowski.
Into the pits as well. So coming there for, look like a scheduled stop. So maybe a dash of fuel, a set of rubber. I'm not sure. We're just sort of feeling our way into this and seeing what the the driver's requirement is here. But however, he has got that done. Look like a relatively clean stop.
Okay, I think on my brief it says limited fuel. So
right.
So I wonder whether these boys are going to have a sneaky little top up.
Okay, so look like around 12 seconds in the pits, and Tony Nicholas has actually crashed straight after coming out of the pit lane. So set of cold tyres just
caught him off guard there.
Around 49, just under 50 seconds, and come out and just in a world of hurt there with a set of cold tyres possibly, or just maybe didn't change the rubber, just miscued that off the pit exit.
Oh, easily done, J-Man. You know how it is, you know.
Oh, okay. So Tim Volk in the lane now. So we'll see what that looks like. So he's just coming in the lane.
So have we got timing on this stuff, J-Man?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. We'll just see what that looks like.
So as we just pick up, J-Man's just going to hit the stopwatch on this pit stop, but we're just going to pick up on the replay.
10.3 seconds of fuel in the lane there for Tim Volk. Left the lane, 45 seconds it takes out of his overall time there. And he's just come out just ahead. It looks like Jordan Pilato, by the look of it, just picking up on the data there.
So Volk out in front of
Reckon. Efficient stop.
Yep. So nice work. As we just snuck back to a quick, sneaky little replay there of, I think it might have been Tony Nicholas there. Just, well, coming up to speed in his own kind of way there, out of the pit lane. J-Man, plenty of racing going on here. Even though Oscar, like literally just out of there, out in front, there's so much stuff going on in the background, and we are starting to see some pit stops, and that's what we love. If these guys can't make it happen on track, then quite often, as we just see Thompson actually duck away into the pits as well, J-Man, make it happen in the pit stops, eh?
Yeah, 100%, and you can see that obviously allowed Kaywood to go through now as well. So we'll see what that looks like timer-wise for Josh Thompson. So taking a look now. Lots of action. Bristow and Darren. Steve Darren entered the pit lane. Josh Thompson. Thompson looked like he's in the lane for an extended amount of time. Yeah, so not sure what's happened there. I'll try and get a read. Yeah, 22 seconds. So that's some 12 seconds slower.
Oh, that's a snaggy stop.
Yeah, so Bristow with an 8.9 second stop, pretty efficient as well. So that might be the quickest time we've seen on the jacks. But yeah, 58.2 seconds lost through that transition there for Josh Thompson. That's going to hurt a little bit. It's got a lot of work to do over the next 13 odd laps on this lap 13. Yeah, so still got plenty to run. Only
we're halfway there.
So plenty of work to do.
And
look like we came back and right on the halfway mark. So it tells you that these guys can run from here.
And look, and just given the toing and froing that we've already seen in the first half of the race, J-Man, it just tells you how much can go on as the race goes on. Only halfway. Eyes on Josh J. Thompson as we speak in the Send It Mustang. What a specky looking little car that is. And official pit stop done and dusted. McCall in, Oscar Smith in, J-Man. So
expect this to be pretty efficient.
Come on, get that stopwatch going again. What do we got for Smith?
Okay, he's still on the jacks at the moment, so the clock's still ticking. Off the jacks.
Okay.
Sees Oscar Smith with an 11.2 second stationary at a 54.9. So that's it's a good stop for Smith. Comes out and rounds him up.
See that? Just blew past him.
Yeah.
So, what was the time on the jacks on that one, brother?
Which one for?
For Oscar.
Thomas? Oh, for Oscar. Okay, so he was on there for hang on, he was on there. Oscar. Okay, so we had a
because it was him and Volk.
9 overall.
It was him and Thomas that were battling it earlier. So.
Okay, so 20.7. So he was on there compared to Thomas McCall, who was 11.2.
Yeah.
He was on there for a significantly longer, so maybe a bigger gulp of fuel in that thing.
Yep.
And that was Ian Parker and Man in the lane.
Hence, Volk passed as well, J-Man. So, obviously, varying fuel loads at the start of this race.
Yeah.
Starting to show now, aren't they? Halfway through the race and the speed of some of these pit stops. And really starting to paint a picture. And how we are going to run to the end. Clearly, these guys are smart enough, and I know they are, to have those fuel loads perfect for this second half of the race. As we see Volk and Smith run across the line, past Parker, past Barn. Currently, Carwood leading the race in the number 15 Chevy. Jonathan Turner in another Chevy in second. So
the top four still yet to stop, and then we go a little bit further. Luke Rank had just come back in the pits. He's in there for a second stop.
Oh, okay.
Got a flag there as well. So a flag showing there on my screen for something.
Just cameras on Carwood there, J-Man. Very, very slippery in the Chevy there.
Yeah, keep your eyes on
I don't know where he is. It's like it's the second to last corner. He's just coming into the final complex here. He hasn't pitted, has he?
No, he hasn't. And I'll tell you what, Oscar Smith's got a whole lot of pressure on Tim Volk. Now, Tim Volk doing a bloody good job in the pit stops.
To put himself in front of that car. Look, I tend to agree, and I just go.
Lead car out on track. So.
I know. How close was that?
Big handful of right-hand steering in the left-handed corner. Doesn't work, but he did a great job to avoid contact with Tim Volk there. So they get to both play on without any rotation.
That was close. That was very close. Good evasive action from Smith there, J-Man. Volk's, I think, braking area, just that little bit air, it can only be just a couple of metres that they get on the brakes earlier. Really did put Smith off there. Maybe a little bit unsighted on that particular corner, but very difficult, easily done.
Yeah, so there's a 10-second difference between Volk and Smith in the pits. Volk with 45 seconds and Smith with 55. You go to Parker, he was on 44.2, and back to Heath Mann on 45.6. So that is calling it from P5 up to P8. That's your current pit road battle leaders. Effectively, we're going to see that shake up when Rob Kaywood comes in. Also, Turner, Zalewski, Shane White ahead of them as well. So we'll see if any of those four actually drop into the mix. They're obviously running long. They were heavier fueled at the start of this one, I believe.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
A lot of fuel load to take to those boys. So
yep.
expect somewhere in the low 40s to high 30s maybe for those boys, because the laps are ticking on and they've still got to stop. So.
And J-Man, just looking back at it, reflecting on it now, that was that mid-pack crew, wasn't it? Those guys that were just back from the leaders. They were all fighting it out, and here we are. The pit stops are starting to equalise. Bulk, who is that up in front? That's White. Very wide. Bulk and Smith. Yep. And Smith starting to really get back up on the back of White there. White unpitted, I think, as well. Is that correct? I think no pit stops for White.
Top four, still not stopped. So.
Okay, there you go. So, effectively, Bulk leading the race, J-Man.
Okay, so Daniel Turner's just typed into the chat, if fuel saving, it can be done. So that'd be an interesting strategy. Has Kaywood, Turner, Zalewski, Shane White, are they opting for a number? Let me look at their last lap times. 150.9 for Rob Kaywood. I would say at a 50.9, there's no fuel saving going on there. However, when we get to Shane White, at a
true.
At a 54.2, is he playing the long game here? And I tell you what, it's just come unstuck for him.
So that was White.
He's just got sideways, and Bulk has actually gone through. And
they're both the boys. Going through. Yeah, both the boys through there. But look at them; it's put them side by side here. And that is it. There's Smith. Like you said, that is what Smith's been looking for. Just that little interruption. Bit of lap traffic. Well, it's not even lap traffic in theory, is it, J-Man? But
no, but it certainly puts Shane White in an interesting position, because now, albeit he's fuel saving, he's got to start looking at the numbers and saying, well, look, if I can still make it, is it a top three if I can hang in there with these boys? Look, he has come from a fair way back positionally. White is up 4 spots from the start of this race, so he's done a good job to this point. And if he is managing fuel, he's doing a good job. It just, however, looks a little bit ragged at the moment. Just a lot of understeer turning into the right-hander before they drop down the hill. So just needs to maybe stay in his lane and look at those numbers and just keep running what he's got and see what sort of finish he can get. Because stopping at this point, if he has run this alternate strategy, will certainly cost him a fair bit.
Absolutely. But his fight isn't with these boys. Clearly, with their stops, a lot quicker on track. So
for me, Rob Kaywood has been banking these 150s, however, dropped into the 152s last lap round.
Is he on that one?
Well,
or no, stop.
The number would tell you otherwise. He's just been going far too quickly.
Yeah, too quick.
To be able to manage, the fuel number. I would have thought that it would have been a lot slower than that. With his best at a 50.8, and he was still very much in the 51s recently. So we'll soon find out as we start.
We will soon find out.
What have we got? 8 laps to run, 7.5.
And Carwood just staying out of trouble for the bulk of the race too, and that's critical, isn't it, as well, J-Man, when it comes to fuel saving, just not getting in those battles, not having to defend or attack or whatever to hit your numbers. So Carwood definitely in a good position. Turner holding down second as we speak. Kalowski in third provisionally. We're just wondering, well, we're calling it provisional because we're not sure whether these guys are going to have to fit yet. Smith now rolling in 4th position, and hasn't he made a gap on Volk just quietly?
Yeah, he has actually. So just wonder, Volk with around about 10 seconds less time than Smith in the pits. As he albeit put some fuel in it, was it a little bit tight on that? And that was Heathman just passing Ian Parker.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. We're just picking it up on the replay there, J-Man. So, a little awkward exchange there. It looked like with Parker and maybe one of the lap vehicles. Who is that in the background? Not quite sure who that is, but definitely made him vulnerable to the Parker car, or vice versa,
Okay,
should I say.
So the average car, so look, Smith lost 55 seconds out of the lap, right, doing his stop. Obviously a lot earlier, took on probably a fair chunk of fuel to do the business. Now, Rob Haywood is some 49 and a quarter seconds ahead of him up the road. So is he driving it to a number? Is he looking at the data on his screen? Is he looking at deficit and saying, hey, initially, based on what I can see, I'm likely gonna, if I come in now, maybe head in somewhere between Oscar Smith and Tim Volk or Shane White at the moment. If I press on and pull that gap out a little bit further, I could make more. However, that gap has just dropped down to 44 seconds. So it is decreasing. So one would think the strategy play is going against him if he is going to stop, and he's carrying on out there. So 51.7 was the last that round. So still very, very quick lap.
Yeah, definitely. No, and it doesn't look like he's working for it, Jamie. I mean, that's the point. And yeah, like you said, these guys, some of these guys, these freaking human abacus, and they're working it out as they're driving at this sort of speed. And yeah, doing the numbers, like if they can just pull the lap times back enough, they know what they're cutting fuel-wise, burn per lap. Is it doable? How much can they lose? Or, like you said, alternatively, if they hit the pits, where are they going to come out? Where are they sitting in the championship? Where's the points gain? So, so much going on.
Yeah, there is a lot going on, and I'm just watching Heathman as well, chasing down Shane White here. Now, we suspected that Shane was going to go for this no-stop potential strategy.
Potentially, yep.
Daniel sort of mentioned, and you know, with effectively 6 laps to go, he's pressing on, but he has got the company now with a reinvigorated Heathman as well. Mahone, sorry if we are mispronouncing that, mate. Maybe send us a DM and give us a lesson on pronunciation.
We'll do sharpen it up. Just sharpen us up.
And but he is putting the heat on, and Ian Parker not too far in the background as well. So just looking at that as well, up the front, Haywood still pressing on, goes around another time. Jonathan Turner, he doesn't look like he's coming to pit lane either. He's still out there, shadowed by Chris Zalewski.
Oh, look, I'll tell you one thing. I'm sure these guys, after all the practice, pre-race practice we watched, and even in the early stages of qualifying, the bloody weather conditions are good. Seriously, J-Man. Hasn't it got beautiful?
Heath now with a big look on Shane.
You're not listening to me.
Oh, as well. No, I am. I'm just so inspired by what I'm seeing here at the moment. As you mentioned, it's partly due to such great weather conditions out there, Davo.
It is.
Well observed, mate. Well observed.
And we were looking out of Man's car there. The Falcon Mustang. Oh, as he runs very wide out of the final corner there. Who's that behind? Parker.
That's Ian Parker. So that must be on off of that part of the racetrack, because that's 2 laps in a row I've seen about it. You watch how wide he runs out of here occasionally as well.
Listen to these things snapping off the hard cut. Oh, down that straightaway. That one particular camera angle, J-Man, it is next level. Let's get out from underneath the back of Shane White's car. Heath, Man, and Ian Parker in tow. Now, look, even in pre-race practice, we saw the Falcon and the Castell car rolling together. And here they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, in the warm-up. Yep.
Yep. Look at this. Great footage from these undercar cameras. Oh no! Man! Slips! Let's park a pass. Slide it. He's just getting too heavy on the loud pedal there. Look at White. Big, long apex on that corner. Went very deep.
Now, I reckon Jonathan Turner and Zalewski are in fuel management mode now. 158.0
Oh,
for
here we
Turner.
go, here we go, here we go.
Yep.
Let's get a replay on this.
Park around.
So, White looked very slow out of the corner. Popped Parker in the Castrol car. Nothing intentional, but there's definitely looks like a bit of fuel saving going on from Shane White and just keeping it clean. But he's just got so much pressure. Heath Mann, should I say, going up behind Shane White out in front.
Okay, so that sees Thomas McCall now just okay, just trying to pick up there. Was
so he snuck past Parker as well.
Yep.
So let's get top to bottom, J-Man. Rob Carwood.
Bottom as well, sorry. Yep.
Who was that?
That was man on Shane White. Gets the pass down the inside. So I wonder if that was a little bit of a redress there. However, back to your call, Rob Kaywood over Jonathan Turner, Chris Zalewski, Oscar Smith.
Wow, yeah, it was White. It was White on Parker actually earlier. So, but yeah, I think White has maybe just sort of come to the realization these guys are just coming in too hot. Don't have the car for it to battle for it. Fuel. Saving, I suspect, from White, as you do as well, J-Man.
Yeah, not from Kaywood though, 50.8, and he's done a fantastic job out there if he's going to make it on fuel, because the pace is certainly mega. 3 laps to run, just under, probably, 2 and a, try and pick up where he is on track. He is about halfway through the lap, so probably, yeah, still got another 2.5 laps to run. Has he got the fuel, or is he looking for a splash dash inside the next lap?
So who's that behind him? That looks like Semino there, which would put him, he's lapped up to 11th or 12th? 12th, I think there.
Yeah, he's got a 30-second air gap back to Jonathan Turner, and another 9 back to Zalewski, and another 6 back to Smith. However, if he stops now,
yep,
I think you'll see him, even with a very, very quick splash and dash, drop back somewhere to around about Smith or Volk, based by time through the lane. So just get a read on this lap time. Still looks to be running relatively quick, although just I wonder if I can bring up a throttle trace here.
Oh, it's gentle, I tell you. You can just hear it in the car. Yeah. It's very gentle on the throttles. There for Carwood. Oh, plenty going on. And not a lot of time. Oh, Turner in second. Kalowski, Chris in third. These are podium positions. Just literally, Chris has just kept his nose out of trouble here tonight, J-Man. And just rocking it home in third. That is Oscar Smith, though. How many laps we got here? One more lap, maybe 2.
Yeah, 1.5 more laps. It's going to go. It certainly was never going time.
Chris lets Smith pass.
He does.
Gets out of it. Just let Smith blast through third position. Carwood. What have we got? A couple more laps. Carwood's
Does he-
showing 24 laps. So here we go. This is going to get busy here. Oh, look at this. Kalowski. Volk. Man. Oh, Man's back a bit, actually.
Zalewski just lost the position to Volk, so I think Zalewski's in management mode here.
Fuel. These guys, these running them down to the vapors here tonight at Algarve. Round 4, Division 2, Supercars NZ Spring Series, ladies and gentlemen, proudly brought to you by Allports, Devils Cut BBQ,
the pit lane with one to go. Sorry, Dave.
Gamma Flare as well. Carwood into the pits.
Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you, sponsors. I'm just trying to do the nuts and bolts, J-Man.
Yeah, sorry, mate. It was a critical phase of the race, mate, and we do have the race leader coming in. And what does that mean? Jonathan Turner, can he make it round this one more time, or does he got to stop for a splash and dash? I think he's got to come in. What's he doing?
He's not coming in. He's not coming in.
He's going to go for it.
He's going to freaking roll the thing down the hill on the way home.
He does a 59.7.
Wow.
Oscar Smith on the gas does a... What does he do? He does a 51.9. So
wow.
Some 8 seconds the difference. What is the gap? He has got... And did Kaywood get out?
Oh, yes, is that Zelensky again?
Zalewski.
Is Zalewski this the second person he's let past? Or the third?
So Kaywood with a stroke.
He's right off the gas.
Pit strategy, what did he do? Kaywood.
I don't know. Turner's they're so close together. Smith right there. Smith will be fuming. Should have been Smith's race.
Rob was in there for 43.82 seconds.
Ah.
I think based on what we're seeing, we are all but. We are on lap 25 of 26. There's 2.7 seconds difference between Jonathan Turner and
another lap. There's another lap.
Smith.
There is another lap here, ladies and gentlemen. And Turner sitting in second position at the moment. Can he bring it home? Smith on fire. Carwood. He has got this.
3.1 now, Turner to Kaywood, and then 3.6 stationary gap there for Oscar Smith. Led the early phase of this race, might have just got duped with fuel loads and strategy there. Would have learnt something out of that tonight for heading to the next round. However, still with a very, very good drive. Tim Volk, who's been in the thick of the action all night himself, and Heathman and Thomas McCall there in P6, Shane White, Chris Zalewski, Josh Thompson, and Ian Parker rounding out the 10. Grant Bristow's just been achieving as well. Seen his performance pretty good there in P11. Put some passes on tonight and not done anything wrong. And it looks like, to me, like he's in conservation mode as well. That car does not look to be at full race pace.
Oh, which one? Sorry, J-Man.
That was Grant Bristow. He's just looking like he's nursing that thing around, and he's going to have Edward Semino just come right up on him.
Yeah, so, again, maybe just conserving fuel as we are on the final lap. J-Man, Carwood.
Yeah. So we do have Rob Carwood with only a couple of turns.
Only a couple of turns here. Ladies and gentlemen, V8 Supercars NZ Spring Series, Division 2, Round 4, Algarve here, ladies and gentlemen. Telecast live by Matchfit Entertainment. Hit the like button.
Yeah, beautiful drive.
And get up and give a round of applause to Rob Carwood. J-Man takes out round 4. Beautiful job. Jonathan Turner not too far behind. Oscar Smith in 3rd. Smith, what a stellar drive. Volk. Man in the Falcon. Nice work. Nice work. Been following that car. McCoyle. White. Look at this lot in the background. White. Thompson. Parker. Yeah. Oh my God. Look at
Parker. That was close.
That was very close.
0.62, 0.72 the difference. Ooh. So under 1/10 of a second separates Zalewski, Thompson, and then around about 1.14 the difference between Thompson and Parker. Bristow through. Steve Darren rounds up. I think. Oh no, hang on. There's something. They're still trading places at the back here. Is Edward Shimino, Grant Bristow, and I think it was Steve Darren as well. So it's a little bit going on there on the totem, just to sort that out.
There is a little bit going on there, and like I said, Bristow looked like he was nursing that car well and truly, J-Man. So Sabano sneaking on past there. Darren in the Jigsaw Projects car running down through the final complex of corners here. I think we are waiting on one more car after that, which would be the number 15 car.
So, give you a read on that. Jonathan Turner does a stellar job. No stops. Drives the thing home in 1 tank of fuel. Also to do that, Shane White, Chris Zalewski did the same job as well. So, well done to those boys doing it on a no-stopper. But congratulations to Rob Carwood on that quick splash and dash to get the job done. Oscar Smith, great performance, comes home in 3rd as well. So that is your podium to make that out. But some really, really competitive racing. Just shows you don't have to be stuck on the one strategy. There is options there. And I think very, very nearly came close for Jonathan Turner, bar the pace of Rob Carwood at the moment. So well done, Davo. I'm going to sign off here, let you wrap up the show with the sponsors. We all thank you very much for tuning into Matchfit Entertainment tonight, and we will be back again this time next week for effectively, what is that, round 4?
that was a wrap on round 4, that's correct.
Oh, round 5, sorry.
Yeah, so round 5 next week, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for welcoming us back here for our second stream and live broadcast for you guys here at Supercars NZ. Much appreciated for you letting us get this stuff done for the Division 2 guys, which probably aren't been getting much love. So we're getting it out there. We're going to thank Allports. We're going to thank Devils Cut BBQ, ladies and gentlemen, for this week's sponsor. And of course, as always, Matchfit affiliates and sponsors here as well for V8, for Supercars NZ, Gamma Flare for getting involved as well. This has been a broadcast by Matchfit Entertainment. I'm Davo. That was J-Man. And we are going to see you all next week, I suspect. Round 5. I don't even know where we're going. But anyway, we'll see you next week anyway. Thanks for joining us.